tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back.
All right, welcome everyone back.
Hey, we're back in the house.
It's your boys, Richie. I'm Richie King, the bad man of comedy. I got my partner, he just I can't shake him. My good friend, the commander. He's in the house tonight. He's getting ready to host next week. Him and J-Dub, so they'll be on there hosting, taking my spot next week. And of course, we got a new face to the screen. We'll get to him in just a second.
Yeah,
guys, like and share out, please. That's what I'm doing right now. We had technical difficulty a while ago, but we are here, and I see we got numbers coming in. Thank you all for joining us.
yeah.
Share this thing out here. You do not want to miss tonight's guest. He does something extremely important, and we're going to talk about him in just a second. Of course, as you all know, we always do our missing persons first. So as you're all sharing out there, get ready for your missing persons. It's going to be a local guy tonight. And you guys know how we feel about that. Well, this is extreme. We've had this on now, Commander and I, what, 8 years? We've been doing this particular one. Yeah. And we really take pride in doing this. So without further ado, you like that word ado? Not really. Nobody else really likes it, but anyway.
Hey, what the heck?
Let me go down here and see if I can't share this to the screen here. Again, he's a local gentleman. We'll okay. His name's Landon Adams. He's a missing juvenile. Last date of contact was 7/8/2026, July 8th, 2026. He's 16 years old. He's a white male, hair blonde, blue eyes, 5'11", 160 pounds, missing from St. Charles, Missouri. And these local ones like this usually don't give me any information like the FBI one does. Apologize for that. But if anyone has any information to the whereabouts, contact the St. Charles Police Department at 636-949-3300. Again, that's 636-949-3300. Or you can call the Missouri State Highway Patrol Missing Persons Clearinghouse at 573-526-6178. Or, of course, you can always go online and leave an anonymous tip. I know it's not a very big picture, but take a look at the guy, see if you can recognize him. He's been missing since July 8th. His family would absolutely love to hear from him.
Yeah.
All right, guys. As you're seeing us, not a familiar face on our screen here. He's a gentleman, has a very important job, and we'll get to him here in just a little bit. His name is Tyler Tompkins, and that's all I'm going to give you for right now. I'll give you this. He's from Des Moines, Iowa. It's currently where he resides, and so we're going to do our news and memes and things like that. All right. No, J-Dub, we are live, brother. We are live.
We're live. I scared him there a little while ago. I got my weeks mixed up, and I sent him a text, and he messaged me and said, "Oh, you had me worried for a minute." Sorry, J-Dub. Didn't aim to do that to you. Senior moment. That's what I'm claiming it on, okay? That's my defense.
Reality becomes in the house. Aaron, appreciate you watching, brother. Roy, like I said, Roy's going to be getting a hold of you. He's got 2 songs for the movie he picked for you. My wife's in the house. Life Paranormal Beyond. Thank you guys for joining us. Kawina, good evening, fellas. She used that fellas pretty loosely when she's talking about you and me, Commander. She must be talking about Tyler, fellas. Good guy. And of course, the first guy out of the gate, more times than not, is our good buddy Dean. What's up, Dean? How you doing, brother? He resides out of Ohio.
Yes, he does.
All right. Well, welcome, guys. Thank you all for tuning into us. Okay. Let's do some of these memes real quick and get this done so we get to Mr. Tyler. First of all, you guys know we got a Walk Out of Darkness coming up in 7th annual. Cameron Out of the Walk Darkness. It's September the 12th. It's at the Dave Goodwin Memorial Field in Cameron, Missouri. Y'all know how this is done. I've been advertising this thing for 3 years. Every year, comedy vets are going to be part of this deal. Live music from our boys, Mixology. They have local vendors, food trucks, got face painting, cornhole, and a lot more going on there. And I believe I'm going to try to get a booth there as well. Either way, Commander and I will be there walking around like we did last year. We're going to have Tristan or Crystal, one of them, come on here and explain more details. but it's a great cause for suicide prevention, sponsored by American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So you guys don't want to miss that. Check that out.
That's right.
Also, your boy here. This is the first flyer made. I got a couple more shows. We got one in Jamesport, one in Hale. This is one for a flyer for the VFW, Lenexa, Kansas. Guys, they called. They want us back. You guys know the write-up we had in the Pitch magazine about the comedy that went on there. People increased their status here. I mean, more people joined the VFW here because of our last show. So we're going back there again, and we're going to lay it down. We're going to make them laugh. Our MC, as usual, Mr. James Riley. This guy's got multiple personalities. He's civil, right? He's a funny man. Of course, you got David Scott, the king of clean comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Friend of the King's Court, friend of comedy vets on here. My brother, my partner in crime, the Godfather, Richard Montano. And, of course, you know, that fat guy top of the screen there, me. We're going to be there. We're going to lay it down. We are going to make them absolutely laugh, okay? Again, if you come to a comedy show and you get offended, don't come to the comedy show, especially when it says adult content. Go back there and show you. It says adult down there. Don't want to be offended by it. We are veterans. Every one of us on here are veterans. You know how we do it. We're all military. We got looks like we've got a Navy, Army, and 2 Marines performing that night. It's September 26th. It's a dinner and show. The dinner starts at 6 p.m. Show is at 7. It's at the VFW Post in Lenexa, Kansas. 9550 P Flum, Lenexa, Kansas. P Flum Road, Lenexa, Kansas. That's funny. If you guys want to contact Lori at 913-424-8637, she'll give you more information about that. We're going to merge there, a 50-50 raffle, and a lot more going on. You know how we do it. So look forward to those. Also, we've finally been in touch with Roy. We got the train going on, things going on in LA. So we're going to I can't wait to get out to LA, get the movie done. I've been working on this thing for a while. So we're finally going to finish it up, and then I'll have a lot of great pictures for you all to choose from. Okay. Here's the first meme. Not sure if I want to go rafting anymore. I noticed nobody ever gets out of the water and goes to the restroom. Let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
I wake up every morning at 3 a.m. with a leg cramp, and then I sneeze and throw my back out. I'm one fart away from being paralyzed. Commander, you ever laugh like you can relate to that?
About 4 o'clock this morning.
4 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah, I was a little late.
All right. Some people can pinpoint everything that's wrong with you, but when it comes to correcting themselves, the pen doesn't work.
It's out of ink.
Mysteriously.
Yes.
If you've seen this picture and know what this is about, you had a great childhood with cartoons there.
Mm-hmm.
Beep, beep.
Every Saturday morning.
You know, every week we try to have a car on here that we like and enjoy. This one, I don't know if we like and enjoy it or not. You guys decide in the comments if you like this car or not. It is definitely...
That hurts my eyes.
They spent a lot on resources, I can tell you that right now. And that's a double axle, so it's designed to haul a whole vehicle, not just your UTV or your lawnmower. That's a car hauling a trailer.
Mm.
Tyler, you said that was a Buick?
Looked like a Buick Riviera back in the day, or Electra.
Yeah, it does with the front there.
Yeah.
Late 80s.
Yeah,
very early 90s.
Yeah, maybe early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, guys, we got a debate going on over my private page, Shelly Richard King on Facebook. I put out a deal, which hat is the best? And I've got to tell you, it's a dead heat going on right now. Here's the 2 hats I put on there. I put on Crocodile Dundee's hat, which is cool.
Yeah.
Or Ronnie Van Zant, the real Ronnie Van Zant with the actual rattlesnake headband.
I got to do the Ronnie Van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're dead even heat. They're dead even heat on there. Appreciate it. All right, let's get to some of these video memes. Well, again, you know how it is. We do not apologize. Okay, this is some. Woo. Here we go.
Rolling, 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 keep rolling, 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 keep rolling, 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 keep rolling, 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 rolling.
I don't know how you even do that.
I don't know.
And thank God the blades weren't on.
Yeah.
No. That's epic. I mean, that's an epic fail.
Yeah.
I'm on my second zero turn. That's never happened. In fact, when I come off the seat, it dies.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean, the arms go back for the steering, and I mean that disengages the tranny. I mean, you know,
one guy said maybe he was changing the belt and he hit the gear and it went over top of him or something. I don't know. But yeah, okay.
But that's a heavy mower to go on you there.
Yeah. I'm glad he's okay. Apparently.
Oh yeah.
In the video he was anyway. All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr.
I'm just
Dre
out
is
here
at the
cutting my
door.
grass,
Ready to make
having
an
some
entrance, so
fun.
back on.
Those are cool, but why?
Yeah, why? Why would you want to do that? I don't.
Hey, the sad thing is, I think I'd own a couple.
Yeah.
I think I would. I'd be that guy.
Just for giggles. Yeah.
All right. You guys ever have one of the moments where you wonder how many little kids it can take to pin me on the ground?
Yeah.
Here we go.
How many kindergartners do you think you could personally take on in a fight before being overpowered? Stipulations and context. Number 1. The kindergartners are released 5 at a time every 30 seconds. Number 2. The arena is a standard-sized classroom, let's say 40 feet wide by 25 feet deep. However, the room is completely empty. Number 3. The kindergartners are unarmed. They are just going to run at you, attempting to punch, kick, bite, and scratch you. Their ultimate goal is to cumulatively dogpile on you and pin you to the ground. If they can pin you for 15 consecutive seconds, you'll lose. Number 4. You have to knock a kindergartner unconscious in order to defeat them. Once they are knocked unconscious, they vanish from the classroom arena. Number 5. You can use any strategy you want to fend them off, but you are also unarmed and you are not allowed to leave the room.
Tyler had a good question. What about when you get tired?
Yeah.
I mean, cardio becomes an issue.
Yes, it does. All right, I'm gonna show you 2 cars now. One's in the state of Missouri.
I like the comment.
One's in the state of Missouri, and the other one I don't know. Here we go.
European plates on that Hello Kitty.
That car is not
Yeah.
getting stuck. It's
No.
not getting stuck. No. All right, this one's from the state of Missouri. I don't know if I should be proud of this or make arrangements to buy it. That had to come out of counting cars.
Yeah, that's out of the deep South Missouri.
Wow, that's a beautiful paint job. Beautiful paint job.
Yeah. It's totally retro 1968.
Wow. That's the only song you can think of seeing that picture.
That's you've had a bad day.
Here's a
Hey,
challenge.
Hey, boss.
You're going to be late. How late?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, this next one. These guys can mow 5 acres of land quickly. You be the judge.
This is Speedy Pete's Landscaping. They are a new company out of Georgia. They promise to get your lawn completely mowed and edged up to 5 acres in 30 minutes or less. The landscaping industry has become fiercely competitive, driving landscaping companies to come up with new, unique marketing gimmicks.
There ain't no way.
I wonder how many
In 30
deaths they've had.
minutes?
My
Ain't
back
no
could
way.
handle about 5 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that was going to run up a lawnmower, I think he works for that company.
I know how long it takes to mow 8 acres with a tractor and a brush hog that I got.
Yeah.
You ain't mowing that in 30 minutes with no zero turn. I'll guarantee you.
No.
False advertisement. False
Yes.
advertisement.
Yeah.
Here's Radix, and this one's called Shopping Cart Roof Guide.
I'm trying to think now just hear me out, because I don't understand what gives y'all youngins the idea to put a doggone shopping cart on the roof, up on the roof. Like, ain't nothing good gonna come from that. And then y'all see the outcome, And then you couldn't get your butt, all them people out there, and you couldn't get not one person to stand on either side of the doggone driveway to block the traffic. I mean, he had it made except for that car come down through there. I'd pick some better friends, what I'd do, first off. And then second,
just don't do it.
I don't need to go no further.
I have no idea what that guy said.
I don't know what was worse, the guy getting hit or the guy explaining it.
Hey, State Farm.
Yeah, like a good neighbor.
I got hit by a grocery cart.
Imagine explaining that one to your insurance agent.
You can get by with a deer running into the side of you. How many grocery carts?
Wow. Here we go.
I'm impressed, which is short of being amazed.
I don't understand why.
Yeah,
I can't.
Understand why you do that.
You're right, Tyler. Let's move on. I don't have anything. Yeah.
Oh, you good? None.
JC, we got this. We got this. Remember the gators.
Whoa, pick up.
Otra vez.
Just because you can do it, don't mean you should.
Don't mean you should.
Right. One more here. One more. Sometimes people take the fun a little too far.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it so much. We'll go back and catch up on some of these comments real quick. Dale says the K-bar is currently getting a sheath made for it. Nice. What to show it to everybody.
Right.
Reality becomes Lennox is close to me. Keep me posted. Yeah, I figured it. I remember it was. Yeah. Obama Camino.
Obama Camino.
That's what I mean. That car.
Obama Camino.
Done that. Godfather didn't get an invite tonight. Well, share it out to him, brother. Share it out to him. Sorry about the invite. At least Ronnie was American, and they won't want to compare knives. No, that's right. They wouldn't. Ronnie Van Zant would want to compare knives to. I said that's cool. Had to be cold for Uranus. That was cold for Uranus. Dino's law for lawns. Too much jackass, not enough physics. my God, the poor guy in his shopping cart. They got hit by a car. Poor guy in his shopping cart. Poor guy, heck. The guy out probably coming from church or having a Subway sandwich, minding his own business in the car. Next thing you got a guy in his shopping cart and probably got a case that go to court for hitting somebody. You know, holy crap! Raining so hard in Southern, it sounded like someone was thrown from a rock on a roof. Let me see here. Had a tornado come through last night. Oh wow! Hope everything's all right up there.
Wow.
Dean, hope everything's all right up there. Wow. All right, guys. We thank you for joining us. We appreciate it a lot. That was our news and our memes for the day. Again, guys, you see a gentleman on the screen here. He's Tyler Tompkins. We'll get to him just a second. All right. Here in a second, we're going to ask our trivia question for this Comedy Vets lamp. And as you all know, we're giving this lamp away on Veterans Day, which happens to be our show day. And here it is right here.
There it is. Look at that.
It's got multicolors.
One of a kind.
The bag is still sealed, all except for the cord I took out to plug it into the computer to show you all. It's a great man cave. It's a one of a kind. There's no other one like it. It's the only one made. So I'll sign it for you guys, whoever wins it. The package is, like I said, it's still got the remote control inside the package. It's never been opened. You answer the trivia question between now and Veterans Day, you get on the list, and we'll have a random drawing, and the winner, of course, you know how it works. We draw a random drawing, and y'all get a chance to win the thing. Okay, so to do that, here we go. The trivia question for the lamp giveaway. What Native American tribe was technically in North America first? What Native American tribe was in North America first? And I want y'all to think way back, okay? No, it's not my tribe. My people weren't here first. My people had the education written down first, the Cherokee and the Quapaw, but no. All right, so
the Cherokee were also the first ones that had a printing press.
Yes, we were. We had a constitution.
Yes.
It says major thunder and lightning storms just roll. Well, Carl, get in safe, man. I hope you guys are all right out there. Mother Nature, not to be played with.
Hang in.
He said they're good out there. It was super close. It was an EF1 tornado. Oh,
scary.
Slapaho tribe. No, that's not. That's not it. That's the wrong answer. Good guess, but no. Yeah. All right. While you guys are working on that, I'll keep monitoring. We're going to turn this over to the commander for Commander Corner. Another great segment we got here. I'm sure he's got something awesome to tell you about the veterans or veteran community or someone did something great in combat. Commander, it is yours. Just say, hold on. We got no, it's not Hopi. And going with Navajo. No.
That much I know.
Okay. No. Okay, Commander.
Okay. Well, thank you all for tuning in tonight. And by golly, I got an interesting story about a lady who changed the way that soldiers are treated on the battlefield and later on into the hospitals. And it come across
ding.
Oh,
we have a winner. Paleo Indians, and then the Clovis were after they were. Clovis ran close second.
Very good. Way to go, BJ. Woo. Okay. A surgeon wanted her gone. He marched up to General William P. Sherman himself and commanded him, "Get this woman out of my camp." Sherman's answer ended the conversation. "He outranked me. I can't do a thing in the world." He had no uniform, no rank, no formal medical training, just a pair of sleeves rolled up and a refusal to watch men die from neglect. Her name was Mary Ann Bickerdike. In 1861, she was 44 years old, widowed, raising 2 sons alone in Galesburg, Illinois, before the war. She made her living practicing botanic medicine, herbal remedies, at home cures, but what she was about to do for the Union Army had little to do with plants and everything to do with something far more basic: clean water, real food, and sanitation. Then one Sunday, her pastor stood up and read a letter to the congregation. It came from a young doctor stationed with the Union troops in Cairo, Illinois. The soldiers were the soldiers weren't just dying in battle; they were dying in camp from filth, from disease, from complete lack of basic care. The church raised $500 on the spot. Someone needed to deliver it. Mary Ann volunteered. She expected to hand over the money and go home. She stayed for 4 years. What she walked into at Cairo stopped her cold. Wounded men lying on rotting straw, no clean water, no real food, medical staff who simply weren't doing their jobs. She didn't file a complaint. She didn't wait for permission. She just started scrubbing floors herself. This became her real work, not herbal medicines, but the unglamorous fight against filth and starvation that was killing more soldiers than bullets. She built kitchens and cooked real meals for men who hadn't eaten properly in weeks. She organized laundry operations to fight the spread of disease. She assisted in surgery. She sat with dying soldiers and wrote letters home for the ones too weak to hold a pen. And when the army own red tape got in her way, she went through it. Supplies sitting on docks, a warehouse, while men suffered nearby. She broke the locks, and a surgeon too incompetent to be trusted with soldiers' lives, she got him removed. When one officer questioned exactly who gave you the authority to do any of this, she retortedly told him, I have received my authority from the Lord God Almighty. Have you anything else that outranks that? He didn't. Word of Mother Bickerdike spread from camp to camp. She walked battlefields after dark, lantern in hand, searching for wounded men the official recovery teams had missed. Often she was the only woman out there, picking through the aftermath of battle, building field hospitals from nothing, standing her ground against officers who tried to wave her off. The soldiers didn't just respect her, they credited her with keeping them alive. Not through herbal cures, but through clean floors, hot food, and a refusal to let bureaucracy kill them when the enemy hadn't. General Ulysses S. Grant backed her completely, granting her free passage anywhere in his command. Sherman defended her at every turn and is said to have later called her one of his biggest generals. She was present at 19 major battles from Donelson, Shiloh, Vicksburg, Chattanooga, Sherman's march to the sea. Along the way, she helped establish more than 300 field hospitals. When the war ended in 1865, she had given it 4 straight years without rest, and she didn't stop there. For the rest of her life, she helped veterans fight their way through the pension system. She advocated for disabled soldiers. She moved to Kansas to help start homesteading communities for struggling families. She worked with the Salvation Army. Mary Ann Bickerdike died on November 8, 1901, at 84 years old, outliving the war by 36 years and spending every one of them in service to somebody. Today, a statue of her stands at Galesburg, Illinois, a woman kneeling beside a wounded soldier, offering him a cup of water. No degree, no rank, no official title. Just a widow in her 40s who was told to drop off supplies and go home, and decided the soldiers needed hygiene, nutrition, and care more than they needed anything else. And she never asked for authority. She just used it because someone had to and no one else was. There is your story for Commander's Corner. Thank you, ma'am, for blazing the way for future hospitals, field sanitation, clean drinking water, clean environment, and food for the recovery of wounded soldiers.
Absolutely. And she's got any granddaughters that want to go in there and fix the child service in the, in the military, you're welcome. Okay.
Get in there and get after it.
Yeah.
And
Outstanding story. Outstanding story,
I
Commander.
thought it was.
You did great. You did great. All right, guys. The guy you've been seeing on your screen all show, when we thank you for hanging out with us, Tyler Tompkins from Des Moines, Iowa. Chewed some of the same dirt. I went to 7 different schools up there. What an outstanding guy. You're about to find out and learn all about him. I met him at church 2 Sundays ago, I believe it was. And what he does is extraordinary. So we're going to have a conversation with him today. So without further ado, Mr. Tompkins, will you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you, please, sir.
Sure. First of all, I authorize King's Corner to share whatever information I share on the podcast today. Get that out of the way.
Yes, thank you.
And Commander, thanks for sharing that. That was a great story. Nice to learn something like that.
Yeah, thank you.
My name's Tyler Tompkins. I'm 45 years old now. From Des Moines. I spent most of my life in Des Moines. I got the opportunity to travel around the world quite a bit when I was younger. Gave me a lot of perspective on the world. I spent 22 and a half years in law enforcement. After 2020 and the riots, and spending 2 months dealing with that and leading a small team of guys through that, I realized maybe it wasn't for me anymore. And it was time to pass it on to some other people that were coming up. And I had started a real estate business way back when I got into law enforcement. And it had kind of got to a point where it needed a little more of me, a little more of my time, a little more of my effort. And so I retired about 4 years ago from law enforcement as a lieutenant. I get asked all the time, do I miss it? I absolutely do not miss the job one bit, but I miss the people.
Yeah.
And I think you guys could probably say the same thing by the time you took off. You miss the camaraderie. You don't get that out here in the private sector. It doesn't exist like it does in service jobs.
Right.
So, man, I tell you, a year after I left law enforcement, I still wanted to fill my service bucket. And I couldn't find anything. There's all like sending Bibles to Zimbabwe and, all these things, which is great. And I'm glad people do it. But I wanted something that I could tangibly see make a difference. Similar to law enforcement. I saw it all the time. And that's kind of what kept me going. I always had this thing that I wanted to protect the people that couldn't protect themselves. And I went to a men's retreat in Texas that I wasn't even supposed to be at. I'm not your kumbaya guy that goes to retreats and sits around and hold hands with other guys and sing songs. But this was one of those retreats where it wasn't that at all. It was on a 3,000-acre ranch. And the guy teaching it, it wasn't just talking at you. He talked about how you can hear God talk to you. And I went to Catholic school for a while. Oh, everybody always talks about how you talk to God. Nobody ever talks about how you hear him talk back.
Mm-hmm.
And so he talked to us for a few minutes, and then he'd send us out on this ranch. And the only rule was we'd go do whatever, but we couldn't see anybody else. And we had to talk to God and listen. It turned out to be a great thing. On the way back, I ran into this guy named Brandon. Happened to be from Des Moines area as well. Dallas Center, a little town outside Des Moines. Sitting in the airport with him, having a conversation and doing the what do you do thing. And he goes, so I free Christian slaves. Well, tell me more about that. And he kind of goes on and tells this story. I'll get into it here in a minute, but tells the story of how he ended up in Pakistan, freeing Christian slaves from Muslims. And it hit me in a place that I hadn't felt in quite a while since I left law enforcement. And I had done some work in Kosovo, training law enforcement and government, helping set up a kids camp, international kids camp over there. So I had some experience working overseas. And he said, you want to go? I said, God, I don't know. I guess I'll pray about it. And then for the next 2 weeks, all I saw was Pakistan stuff. Like punched me in the face for 2 weeks. And so I finally called him one day. I said, all right, let's go. And after talking with my wife, of course, and getting the okay from her, then 2 weeks after that, we were on a plane to Pakistan. At that point, the organization had freed about 353 people. And where we sit today is, 3 years later? Yeah, 3 years later. We freed 24,807 Christians in Pakistan.
Wow.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. It all has to do with the Lord, because none of this makes any sense that we should be able to go over there, operate, survive, and make it back out of there. So, yeah, if people don't know, I mean, Pakistan has millions of Christian slaves. And if you're Muslim, you cannot be enslaved in Pakistan. So it is along religious lines. The Quran says Muslims cannot own other Muslims. And so they serve in brick kilns, on ag farms, in quarries, and they are legitimately owned. It's not you look online, they call it indentured servitude or bonded labor, or all these other terms that make it sound better, but it's slavery. They own these people. And so when we're over there and I talk to a parent and talk about the horrible things that happen to them, that horrible things that happen to their children, if you can imagine, they say, well, I feel bad for my kids and I cry all the time, but they're not my kids. He owns them. And they're generational. So the parents of their parents, of their parents, of their parents, usually it's 5-6 generations that have been in slavery. And so when they have kids, they're automatically still in slavery, and they just kind of percolate down. So it's an awful thing. I thought I was ready for it. I spent 15 years in investigations, and for a long time saw every dead body in this town that we had, and burned kids, whatever. And I thought I was prepared for what I was going to see. You can't prepare for it. You can't prepare for the horribleness these children live in, that the fear that they live in, that they're going to get ripped out of their place in the middle of the night. So we buy them out of slavery, among other ways, but we buy them out of slavery. We show up with bags of cash and try to pre-negotiate release of these slaves. We show up with our guys with guns. They show up with their guys with guns. We do a negotiation that ideally has already been worked out. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. And we rehome them. So we give them 6 months worth of housing and food. And we do all this for $300, about $300 a person. So their freedom, you can buy a person for $250, and it takes another $50, and it just depends where the dollar's at, $50 to $60 to house them and feed them for 6 months. It's wild.
Wow.
It's bizarre. Wow. Wow.
But it's been the light of my life. It doesn't make any sense for me to be here. All of the skills that I learned in law enforcement, like I train our security team over there. We operate a 1,000-person church over there as well, and a 600-kid school every day. So we have to have security, as you can imagine, being a Christian organization in a Muslim country. And so I train our security guys. We're trying to build a campus, so now my real estate side's coming in. We just bought 12 acres, praise the Lord. Christians bought land in Pakistan that's unheard of. And we're going to build a campus on there to protect our people. So it's, like I said, it's been pretty amazing.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like
what a ministry.
Yeah, sounds awesome. I guess correct me if I'm wrong, organization's Exodus 51, correct?
Yeah, exodus51.org. .org is our website.
All right. And on this website, is there a place that people can make donations?
Yeah, we have a give button. I would encourage everybody to take a look at the website. It goes through, tells you a lot of these things overseas are scams. You know, where people try and get money and make it look so crazy. But we lay it out there for you. I would encourage anybody to go to our website before you give, before you consider that. Go to our website, check it out, make sure you're comfortable with it. We even list our freedom process on there, exactly what we do to make sure these people are free. We have to go get them a new Pakistani identification number, like it'd be their social security number. They don't even have one of those. They're not seen as people. Now, with all that said, the Pakistani government, the police have been awesome with us. We really appreciate their partnership and are thankful that they allow us to come in and do this and help our people halfway around the world.
Nice. Now, how much, lack of a better term, how hard is it? Have you guys been getting in there since this conflict with Iran is going on, or has it even affected you guys been able to go in?
Yeah, for sure it has. We had a trip planned in beginning of May. And as you can imagine, at that time, things were a little hot. And we couldn't. So first issue was we couldn't get into the country. We'd have to fly up into Turkey, up through Russia, and back down through either China or the top part of Afghanistan to get there. And then when the war kicked off, the Pakistanis rushed the U.S. embassies there. It wasn't widely talked about, but the Marines that were protecting the installations, the consulates, and the embassies there shot and killed like almost 30 people when they tried to rush and take down the embassy. They didn't have a choice. There's video of it out there where they were trying to smash the armored windows and stuff, and it was a bad deal. So we canceled at that point. Brandon and I, we usually take churches, givers, people that want to do stories, stuff like that, on trips. And we said we won't take anybody till we go back. We also had something happen at our school that was pretty dynamic. I can't really go into here. But we needed to get over, and we need to harden our school up and church. And so we went over at the end of May, and just Brandon and I, and got bulletproof film on our windows, some steel doors. We got some generators, electric fences, stuff like that to protect our people over there. So yeah, it's been a little difficult now that the kinetic operations have kicked off again. I'm not sure what that looks like for the future.
Right. Guys, we're here with Tyler Tompkins, amazing person doing some amazing work out there. We're going to interview here on King's Court, and we appreciate you all joining in. Share this out. Get your friends on here. He's going to continue to talk about how you can give money to help his organization. Okay. Missionaries. Have you ever had to go in and get any trapped missionaries, United States missionaries or Christian missionaries?
We haven't. When we take people over, we've had to exfil out of the country quickly because it was devolving into just a bad moment to be there. It didn't have anything to do with us, but in those situations, it rarely does. We're in and out of places within 45 minutes. We typically don't stay anywhere very long. Right. But we were leaving, and I watched all these commercial vehicles. We were doing a service actually on a brick kiln. We went to the brick kiln where these people serve, and we did a Christian service for about 200-300 of them. And we're leaving, and I'm looking down the road, and I'm like, what are all those marker lights? I mean, just lined as far as you can see. And one of the guys in broken English is like, oh, the protest. I was like, tell me more about this protest. And sure enough, the whole country was protesting. They were going to block all the roads, the highways into the airports and around. because they were upset about the U.S. involvement with Israel. And here we are out in the middle of nowhere. So we take off, and I said, we got to get back to the hotel, which is semi-secure. We had a hotel at that point. We have a secure house now, but then we got boxed in by them. And at that point, it was like, oh boy, I'm okay. Everybody got their shoes on. We're ready to go. Shortly before that, Brandon, the guy that runs it, had stepped in the latrine lines and up to about his shins. And so he didn't have any shoes. So he's looking at me like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, you run in your bare feet, I guess. And just then something opened up. We squirted out, went wrong way down the highway, and about 3 or 4 miles down the road, it broke. Everybody was taking a right. We hightailed it to the hotel, got all of our stuff, got to the airport. 30 minutes later, they had everything in the country shut down. And it stayed that way for quite a few days after that. So we didn't want to get stuck in a checkpoint, obviously being Americans.
No.
So it was time to move on. So we took off from there. But no, we haven't, we don't do a lot with other organizations in the country. Mm-hmm. We stay super clean. And you can't always do that when you align yourself with other organizations that you can't control.
Yes.
And so I'm not pointing any out, but we get called a fair amount, I would say once a month, for somebody wanting us to vet another organization. And I can't think of one where we've come back and given them a clean bill of health. It's just the fraud and money laundering over there is just, it's kind of rampant. And it's not just Pakistanis, it's Americans involved in it too.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't know who you can trust, honestly.
No.
Really.
Yeah, and that's why I say we stay clean of everybody else. It'd be great to have a whole network of American missionaries that we could rely on. It's just not realistic.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So you're just basically, it's me, myself, and I, and the only ones you can trust are the ones that are with you to get in and get your job done and get out of there. And you really can't rely on anybody else to have your six at all.
Yeah, Commander, you're right. And we've even, like, our security, I'll tell you funny, the first time I went, I went and said, I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to look and observe. I'm not going to make any judgments, because I, at the time, was like, this is BS. Like, is this real? Like, are there really slaves that are being, held like this? And so when we were driving around one of the old, like, UN Land Cruiser type vehicles, right? And we had our security guys at that time with us. They're all piled in the back of this Land Cruiser. We're bumping down the road, And I don't know if you guys know anything about AKs, but they are loose, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they are known for ADs, like accidental discharges. Mm-hmm. And we're bouncing down the road, and I look back, and the guys had put all of their AKs up against the seats with the barrels right behind our heads as we're bouncing down the road.
No, not.
So we move that, and we keep on going. We get to our next stop, and I'm just watching. I see the security guys get out, and they get out, and then they look at our car, and I'm like, what are they doing? Like, the threat's not here. The threat's out there. And so they take off. They go do something, and then one comes running back. You can hear him hammering around on the back floor. Well, they had forgotten their guns.
Oh,
and so they pick up their guns and they go racing off. And I was like, we got to do something different here.
Yeah.
Right. Stay up steel.
Oh,
yeah, it's all old Russian stuff over there. But yeah, I mean, our security. So we started training our security guys. But what we found is some of the freed slaves that we did. Mm-hmm. What better person are you going to get to be able to train as a security guard than somebody that you've pulled out of slavery?
Oh, exactly. Right. Their loyalty is going to be there, bar none.
And they're going to have firsthand knowledge of how things work.
How it works, yeah.
Logistics.
Yeah, and they will absolutely, I have no doubt, will lay down their lives to protect the people that we bring over there.
Right.
All right, one more quick question for you here, brother.
Sure.
And, how many churches are involved? Just a rough number. And how many churches are involved? And how did Lake Viking Church, where I met you at, how are they helping you out?
Well, how many churches involved here in the U.S.?
Yes.
Or over there? Here in the U.S., I'd say we probably got 30 that we work with at any given time. And the youth groups really drive into this. I mean, we've had youth groups raise some significant funds in short order. They really have fallen into this organization. We love that. Nice. And then Lake Viking, I mean, short story, man. It's a God thing. I think it was last year, you guys down here got a nasty winter storm. Got like 15 inches.
Yes.
15 inches, like 50-mile-an-hour winds, if you remember. I have a house down here, and so I came down because I'd finished the basement in this house, and I'm like, I don't need the pipes freezing. This is supposed to be an epic storm. So I came down, and I just hung out, which great time getting trapped in a snowstorm, epic snowstorm.
Fun.
But so Sunday morning comes up. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to run up to this church and see if they're open. Now, nobody in their right mind was going to be open on this day, but I got a side-by-side. I hopped in it. It was really probably the only way I was getting up there. I got up there. There were 2 people there, the pastor and a board member. And he said, well, we weren't going to come in, but, we wanted to make sure if people showed up, we were here to worship with them. Right. Well, only 3 of us showed up. Right. And it was, like I said, the pastor and a board member, a decision maker at the church. And I had no intention of talking about Exodus. I just wanted to go up and worship. And they brought it up. And we sat down and talked. And Lake Viking Church, Richie, I don't know if you know this, is actually a missionary church. It was created to help support missionaries.
Yes. Right. Yeah. I did a big auction for them. First time in forever they had an auction that made as much money as I made them as for the youth ministry. And my understanding, some of that money was to help go toward you guys as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So they give monthly. I mean, it made no sense for us to be there, for me to be there and them to be there at that time and us to click. And the pastor really dove in, and I got a chance to present to the board and talk one Sunday. And since then, they gave us a lump sum, and then now they support us monthly.
Yeah,
I mean, they're great people, absolutely great people.
He is that minister there, Pastor Robert Nelson. He's not counterfeit. Okay, some pastors you see only on Sundays. This guy is out in the community all the time. Okay, he does a lot of great things. So yeah, big shout out to them. And I told him I was going to have you on. He encouraged me to get you on the podcast. He was on here once. Well, he's been on a couple times actually.
Yeah,
singing songs and doing stuff on there. All right, Tim, Tyler, we're going to lighten up here a little bit. I'm going to ask you a 6-pack of questions, okay? And you just answer them however you want to answer them. Okay. For your Christmas dinner, are you a ham or a turkey guy?
Turkey.
Okay.
Traditional.
Very well. Let me put that down there because traditional has got a lot of marks. Only got a few people got the non-traditional. Okay. Bologna or Spam? And you count lunch and loaf as Spam.
Bologna. I can't do that jelly that's around the Spam. I can't do it.
I've eaten so many bologna when my aunt was alive that I cook Spam, I fry Spam. I got, wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Flip-flops, sandals, or Crocs if you want a lounge shoe?
Flip-flops.
Flip-flops. Okay. Very
it's
good.
rare. It's boots all the time unless I'm by the water.
Well, my next question is work boots or cowboy boots?
Cowboy boots.
Okay. There you go.
My parents owned a Western store when I was a kid.
Well,
and I don't, here's a funny thing. I don't have hair on my legs up to below my knee because I wore cowboy boots when I was a kid everywhere.
Yeah.
It wears all down. Yeah, it does. It wears it down.
It did. I still don't today.
That's all that question. A couple more here. Are you a muscle car man or are you a modern car?
Muscle car.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And finally, I don't know if you even know who these 2 comedians are, but Richard Pryor or George Carlin?
Ooh, I know both.
Yeah. That's hard.
I would say Carlin.
Yeah.
You would like Carlin. Okay. Both of them well diversified. Both these guys can go on public TV, make you laugh, go in high schools, churches, and then go on the comedy club, make you laugh. So, yes. All right, bro. That's the 6-pack questions. Thank you all very much for that. Guys, appreciate y'all joining in, meeting Tyler. He's an excellent guy. You guys see what he does. He goes in there and free slaves. Slavery is not dead as much as we think we want to believe it is, and it doesn't. And the slavery he's talking about has nothing to do with skin tone. Okay,
No.
it's a different type of slavery, and slavery is not in this on this planet. There's all kinds of slaves. Every race, every created person has been a slave at one time or another, and he's out there doing the Lord's work. So, guys, check him out on. Let me make sure I get this right. Exodus51.org. Exodus51.org. He said there's a give button on there. Please donate. We're not asking you to go broke doing it. 5, 10, 15, whatever you can afford to do it. I'm going to go in there eventually. Oh, actually, my wife do. Y'all know I'm an idiot. So the wife checked out the organization, see if we can help out as well. If you're a pastor and your church watching this, check him out. Right? Yeah. Check him out. He's a good guy. He's very articulate, so he ain't got no hair from his kneecaps down. He's hairless. Okay. So,
Rich, don't hold that against me. Richie, we'll come to churches and organizations and talk to. When I come to a church or we go to an organization, we typically have them shut off their live stream, whatever, and then we tell some stories.
Yeah.
And we really let people know what's going on. I'd love to share. I wish I could share more on here with you, but you guys get it.
No, I understand. You and I had a conversation before the show. Don't give up anything, that you don't feel comfortable giving up. And I understand that a great deal. All right, guys. Tyler, he's on there with us. Great guy. His organization, Exodus51.org. Check it out, man, guys. And what a great name, Exodus, huh?
Love that.
It's not Escape Here or Escape Plan or some modern name. It's Exodus.
Exodus. That's it.
Take
it for what the word says. Exodus.
Exodus.
That's it.
Very well. On our show here, Mr. Tyler, we give a closing. So since you're new, we usually the guy will go first, but we're going to let Commander go first this time so you can see what we talk about in our closing. Commander, you want to kick us off, please?
Yep, I sure would. It'd be great. Listen, I know there's a lot going on in this world today, and we get bombarded with everything, but listen out there, brothers and sisters, okay? If you're in that dark place, okay, and you're thinking of doing the unthinkable, don't, okay? Pick up the phone, make a phone call. Get a hold of Richie, get a hold of me, whatever. We'll listen to whatever you got to say. We're not going to try and fix anything. We're not here to fix or repair. We're just here to listen to you. Get it off your chest and get you over the hump. You've made it today. You can make it tomorrow, okay? And this day is gone. Tomorrow's a brand new day that hasn't even been born yet. So when you face that brand new day, embrace it, run with what it's going to give you, capitalize on it, make the best of it, okay? An old friend of mine told me one time, and we're closer than my own brother. We're brothers in Christ, okay? He said, all days are good. It's just some are better than others, okay? And I grab that every day when I walk out the door because I don't know what type of day I'm going to have. I don't know if my PTSD is going to kick in on me. I don't know if something's going to trigger something in there. I just know that today's going to be a great day, and I embrace it and run with it like that. So listen, like I said, you have value. Don't let anybody in this world tell you that you don't have value. You mean something to somebody, even if it's just to yourself. So hang on to it, okay? And I want to see you tune in. I want to hear about you, okay? I don't want to be reading about you in the newspaper, okay? So hang in there. If you need to talk, make a call.
Well said. Well said. Mr. Tyler, sir, you want to give a closing?
Yeah, thanks for that, Commander. That's a great word. I'm going to take a little different approach, and I'm going to say yes more. I did a podcast a while back, and it helped me realize that a lot of the things that God has brought me the opportunities that he's brought me in my life is because I said yes to something.
Yep.
And I said yes to that Christian men's camp. I didn't want to go to that. I didn't want to do the kumbaya thing, but it led me to the most faithful thing in my life outside my wife. The biggest thing in my life is been saying yes. When I was given opportunities in law enforcement, I didn't want to do some of this stuff. I didn't want to go to Kosovo. Who wants to go to Kosovo? It's not a vacation. No. But I said yes, and it led me to, again, where I'm at today. And so I think the biggest part of my life that has kept me away from, you talk about PTSD, Commander, suffer from the same thing, right? And the biggest thing that keeps me away from those dark days is I've said yes to a lot of things that bring happiness in my life, things that I didn't expect. The Lord's put them in front of me, and because I've said yes, because he's given me the strength to say yes, it's led me to a lot of happy days and kept me away from more of those dark days.
Absolutely.
So say yes more.
Say yes.
Well said,
I like
well
that.
said.
I like that.
I do too. Well, you guys, another Wednesdays came and gone. Say thank you to our beautiful guest here, Tyler Tompkins. What an outstanding honor it was to meet him.
Yes.
Outstanding to hear about what he does for a living. But listen, you are not worthless. You have value. We don't need all the same people. We got too many people now that are doing the same things. We need variety. We need you here. There's something you can do that no one else can do. We want to know about that. We want to, where it's help put on these events, cook for these events, serve for these events, put the events yourself, right? It takes a village to raise a child. Okay. We need you here. That 22 a day. Now some stats are 45 a day. We don't need that. We don't need that. The teens, 12 teens a day commit suicide in this country. And that number is not going down. In fact, that number, they come out now to saying probably 13, it's up to 13 or 14 a day. Teens, forget it. I mean, you got the rest of your life ahead of you. School's a little part. We need you here too, teens. We need you here to take up and to fight. And I don't mean fist fight. I mean, if it comes to that, it comes to that. But, me being an MMA guy, I don't mind it. But we need you guys, okay? Have your pet spayed or neutered. I'm tired of all these cats running around here like that. Bob Barker would turn over his grave. Okay, so have your pet spayed or neutered.
Make him happy.
I didn't expect that one.
Well, don't ever expect anything out of me.
We're having a lot of good conversations. Spade and neuter comes out.
Well, my brain, brother. Welcome to inside my head, right? Remember, guys. This is one of our comedy shows we got coming up. You don't want to miss out on this thing. These people want us to come back in. We've been to this place. This will be the 4th time. Okay. And this show is going to be in honor of our buddy Typhoon Panda, because he's with the last time we went in there. Typhoon, rest in peace, brother. Man, you guys don't want to miss out. We were going to make them laugh. I got some new stuff that I'm laying down. I got some of my old stuff I'm bringing back out of retirement, blowing the dust off it. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time. Check out next week. J-Dub and Commander are hosting the show. You want to get to see this ugly mug. Take advantage of that situation. Tune in, right? Watch the gentlemen. They're going to have a trivia question. They're going to give this Comedy Vets lamp. I'm plugged in right now. Comedy Vets lamp. 1 of 1. It ain't even no number on it. That's how it was just invented by our founder, Jeff Onyx. If you guys want to donate to Comedy Vets, there's a QR code top of your screen here. Make a small donation. It'd be great. You guys can do that. Anything helps. Exodus51.org. Check them out. You won't be disappointed. They do legit things. I mean, here I'm making people laugh and saving lives that way. These guys go in and negotiate and save lives another way. We're in the same business as saving lives. Okay. We thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it very much. I'm Richie King, the bad man of comedy. Find me on TikTok, Redneck Pimp 101 on TikTok, Redneck Pimp 101 on TikTok. I do a lot of adult jokes. I do church jokes. I do about anything you want to make you laugh. 37 different impressions and sounds. I do them all. Stay tuned yourselves. On behalf of the Commander, the VFW over in American Legion Post, American 33, on behalf of Tyler, we say thank you, guys. We'll see you next week. Enjoy yourselves. I want to see y'all back here.
That's right.
Read about you in paper. Okay. Let's get rid of that stat. The 22 a day sucks. Let's get rid of it. Take care of yourselves.